Hey y'all, here are my 10 reasons why I'm vlogging and you should too. First and foremost, let me introduce myself. If you don't know me, my name is TeeyaSkipper, known as the TeeyaSkipper, singer, songwriter, speaker, creative, all those beautiful things. I'm doing this video, y'all, because I wanted to explain to people why I'm vlogging. I care about it. So I wanted to explain to you why I'm vlogging and why you probably should be too. So number one, I'm vlogging, and you should be too, because it helps you stay focused on your journey. How could it not? Like, every single thing you do, you're gonna put a camera in front of it. You have to be mindful of that. And then when you really start vlogging and even doing content, your mind starts reminding you or giving you ideas of things you can capture while you're doing it. So it constantly brings your mind back to what you are doing. So are you struggling with comparison? Are you struggling with seeing different things or what other people are doing and then questioning if you're on the right path? I feel like vlogging helps you to stay focused on your journey because you're filming it. You're filming it. You are the main character in your vlog, which is also probably why it feels uncomfortable to do that. Especially if you feel like, well, I don't do much, or I don't go many places, or I do the same thing all the time. Ooh, vlogging helps you with your not enoughness, because you'd be surprised how many people want to see you do the same thing the same way every time. You'd be surprised. And don't get me wrong, some people may have a different vibe for vlogs. They may want to see people who do a lot of things and be inspired, and that's great. That's also another great thing about vlogging, though this is not one of my points. Another great thing about vlogging is everybody has different vlogging styles, because everybody has what? Different lives. So in a nutshell, it just helps you stay focused on your journey. So if you feel like you've been struggling with that, to stay in your lane, to stay focused on what you're doing, what you're building, what you're working on, you need to start vlogging. You're welcome. Number two, it helps you stay present. Are you a drifter? Because I am. Okay, it helps you stay in the present moment. Why? Because you have to capture it. You have to capture the moment that you're in. Like, say for instance, I'm going to get Dunkin' Donuts. While I'm pulling up, the thought will come in, ooh, get this on camera, capture this. So it helps you stay present because you're capturing the present moment. You relive that moment when you start editing. Now, I know everybody don't edit their own videos, but starting out, you might. I edit my own videos. And so while you're editing, you get to relive that present moment. I find myself many times laughing and looking back at my footage. Like, that cements that moment. So not only did I live it, not only did I film it, I'm reliving it as I edit it. And then I'm sharing it with you guys. You get what I'm saying? So if you're struggling with staying present, if you're tired of people reminding you of people, places, and things that y'all did or went and you don't remember it, you got a whole vlog of when you went to Miami, right? Okay. So number three, it captures your growth undeniably. Y'all, vlogging captures your growth undeniably. So I don't know if y'all have parents who made the photo book albums, and they got the pictures of you when you were little, your little newborn picture when your lips were still purple. That was me. They got you when you had your Easter speech, when you got dressed up for service on Sunday, when you got baptized. I mean, I'm telling my story, but you get to look at the photo book until when you graduated, when you went to high school, you went to prom. All of these big moments in your life is captured right there in that picture book. It's the same thing with vlogging. It's an undeniable receipt of how much you've changed. I guarantee you, your first vlog is not going to look the same as your 30th. And you have the proof. You have the proof from how you're handling it on the technical side, the storylines of your vlog, the clarity of it, the technology you're using, like everything's where you are, where you're living, where you are in your emotional state, who you're around, who your friends are, how much money you're making, what you're working on. Everything is being documented. And it's undeniable. And so the great part about it being undeniable is because the more you vlog, the more data you're getting about you, about yourself. When people start commenting and say, I've been following your vlog since 2 years ago, that's undeniable proof of your growth. You get what I'm saying? Or when you look back at a vlog and you were 40 pounds heavier or lighter, you get what I'm saying? it's an undeniable receipt of where you are, what you're doing, and if you're still there. But 9 out of 10 times you're not going to be in the same place. And it's easy for us to think, and I think of this more so in the positive sense. Sometimes when you are really working and really turning your wheels on trying to change your life, trying to be better, you know, you hit that self-awareness state and you just feel like you hate everything. You hate how you look. You hate the things you're struggling with. You hate the things you're bad at. You hate how you handling things, and you just want a radical change. But the radical change you want to make doesn't match how long it takes, and so it's so easy to feel like you're not changing. Your vlog is going to say otherwise, boop. When you go to look back, you're going to be like, dang, I have changed, or I thought I would never get over that, and I'm over it. I thought I would never stop talking to him. Did you know, like, it's going to amen the growth that's happening that you may not feel is happening in the moment. So I vlog, and you should too, because it's going to be your saving grace when you feel like you're hitting a wall and your brain is going to tell you, you done all this and you ain't changed. You done all this and you in the same spot. You done all of this and it ain't even worth it. It's time to binge watch your vlogs, and I guarantee you're going to see the difference, and it's going to help you. Okay? Number 4. It creates community and connection. How many of you feel lonely? I'll raise my hand. How many of you feel lonely? Like, and you could even be in a relationship, but there's different types of relationships that we need. There's different types of love that we need. You can't get everything from your partner. You can't get everything from your best friend. You get what I'm saying? It starts to cause strain of those relationships, or those relationships may already be strained and you just don't know yet. So when you start vlogging, it gives people a place to belong. It gives people a journey to follow along with. How many times have you felt lonely on your journey? Many freaking times. You get what I'm saying? And I know in this society where it's like, make your moves in silence so that people can't sabotage it, I totally get that. And some stuff definitely needs to stay between you, your notepad, and your accountant. But as far as the journey you're living, if you really want some company on that journey, I feel like vlogging is a good way of doing that. Let people comment. Let people tell you how they can't wait to hear an update about this story. And you're going to feel so encased. You're going to feel a sense of love and belonging. We all need that. So another reason why I vlog, and you should too, is for love and belonging. Like, it's a real need. And if you don't have it around you, I know people say social media is fake. A lot of parts are, but some are not. And the connection that you make with people when they've been with you through this journey, it's a real one. Even if you've never seen those people in person, some people have your best interest at heart who've never seen your face in public. Is that the word? Yeah. Who've never seen your face like in person. They have your best interest at heart. I know it sounds crazy, but you can meet long-lasting friends online, and they can be more compatible with you than the friends you've picked. Moving along, number 5. It helps ease you into authenticity. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I get so annoyed when I hear the advice of, oh, doors are open for you if you just be your authentic self. Like, this hasn't happened because you're still masking, or if you just be who you are. Listen, in some aspect, there is truth to that, but that is not the entire picture. I could do a whole video on that. Let me know if you want one. But that's just such a small component to authenticity. First of all, everybody's authentic self is not in trend. And a lot of people who give this message, like, you just be your authentic self. When I was just myself, doors opened up. But a lot of people are not also admitting that your authentic self is the one that's approved by society. There is so much evidence to people who were their authentic selves and they were outcasted and they were shunned and they were, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of evidence against that too. Everybody's authentic self is not celebrated, and doors don't open just because they're being who they are, okay? A lot of people, if you've had experience where you were being your authentic self and you were rejected, or you were being your authentic self and you were talked about, or you were bullied, or you were made to feel bad, or you were traumatized from it, showing up in your authentic self is not as easy as the advice would assume. So what I'm saying to you is, vlogging is a way for you to like slow walk yourself into that. It's to slowly say, okay, here's who I am. This is what I love. This is what I believe. This is what I think is beautiful. So many people, especially people who are really different, have had trauma around revealing themselves. And so I want to say, I see you. I know how that feels, and that vlogging can help you start to do that slowly but surely, and help you find your people who are like you, so you don't feel as alone as you felt. Yeah, you feel what I'm saying? Like, that really grinds my gears. I'm like, oh, just be yourself. Everybody's self is not in. You get what I'm saying? Everybody's self is not on the capitalism top of the charts where people can capitalize off that. Everybody's authentic self is not marketed as what people would want. And so take your time, but I'm telling you a way to get into that. If you've been like, who is my authentic self? Start vlogging. I guarantee you, boo. You're welcome. Number 6, it helps with vulnerability. What is my hair doing? Okay, so it helps with vulnerability. This kind of segues from the authenticity part, right? So if you feel like you've been struggling with like being vulnerable, and vulnerable meaning like showing yourself, this helps. This is one of the reasons why I vlog. So a lot of people know what I do, but a lot of people do not know who I am, okay? Nor do they have to, but I don't want to live this life through just what I do. I want to live from the I am, and you know who I am, and then what I do, okay? And so vlogging helps you to open up, because your vlogs don't have to be super aesthetic. Some people's vlogs are that, and that's who they are, and that's great. But if that's not who you are, that's great too. And so you can practice like sharing things about yourself, like what you like, what you love. You may go to the store, and when you see all the roses and stuff, you say, I actually like sunflowers, and I only like 2 at a time. That's vulnerable, because that may not be information you've ever shared with anybody, or you may have shared it before and somebody made fun of you. Okay, so vlogging is a way to help ease yourself into showing yourself. Got it? Got it. Number 7, it gives you someone to talk to. It gives you someone to talk to. Now, me, I talk to myself all the time. So talking to the camera just feels like talking to myself. But it also gives you someone to talk to, because as you start vlogging, people will become invested. And I know you may feel like, well, I don't really do nothing. I don't really have nothing to say. Some of my favorite vloggers do the same thing every week, and I watch it like I never saw it. Okay, so it gives you someone to talk to, because people are gonna start commenting. People are gonna start being invested the more you start to open up. That goes back to the vulnerability part, right? So again, you see how this is working? This is doing some inner work. So when you start doing that, people are gonna start commenting like, so what happened on your date? Or what did you decide to wear to the event? Or, and then now you're in the comments saying, girl, I got a video coming on that next week. Or I just decided to go with the peach dress instead of the white dress. So it's giving you someone to talk to. So again, in this state where so many people are lonely, you don't have to worry about that. Because as you share yourself, people will feel like you're talking to them, and thus you'll have someone to talk to. Okay. Number 8, it helps with consistency. So again, as people start commenting on your video and watching and wanting to know what's next, you're going to feel kind of like, I don't want to say this responsibility, because responsibility sounds kind of heavy, but you do feel responsible and excited to let people know what's going on. So it's like the momentum starts feeding itself. Like, you don't have to start talking yourself into doing your vlogs and talking yourself into recording, because you know people want to know what's going on. You don't have to keep having the conversation with yourself of, does this matter? Do people really want to see it? You know they do, because people are commenting or people are telling you what they liked in your vlog. So it helps build consistency, because the thing that you put out first now is feeding you because people are replying. And so now you're like, okay, I gotta show up, I gotta keep showing up. People want to know, I want to tell them, I want to tell them, I want to tell them, I want to tell them. And then too, because of all the things, like if you take to heart the things I'm telling you is gonna happen from vlogging, you're not just gonna be consistent just because people are commenting. You're gonna want to do it because you're starting to see the growth that's happening in you. Like, you like seeing the consistent change over time and documenting that. So vlogging helps you to be consistent, not just from sheer discipline, but because you actually are now enjoying the process. I don't know how I miscounted, child, but this is 10, which means that somewhere in there I already gave you 9. So y'all recount that and let me know. But number 10 is the top reason. All of these that I gave you are super important, but this one, even if you don't look at the others, this one can stand alone, okay? The last reason that you and I'm vlogging, and the reason why you should too, is because you want to. It's because you freaking want to. It's because you've had the desire, it keeps coming up randomly, or maybe people even keep suggesting it to you, and you're like, I don't know, what would I say, what would I do? You should. If you're a watcher of vlogs, and you know, like me, I watch vlogs. I love watching vlogs. That's why I'm vlogging, because I love watching vlogs. I was sad when my favorite vlogger stopped vlogging. I got even sadder when I realized she took down her vlogs. What is going on? If I could have got a line to her to talk to her and say, what's going on? Claire, if you are watching this, what happened? 1, I hope you're okay. 2, put it back. I want to see it. I want to see the vlog. I know I already saw it. I want to rewatch it because you're not doing new ones. Put them back. Okay, back to you. But you should do it because you want to. You should do it because you have a desire to. You should do it because you enjoy watching them. You should do it because you can see yourself doing it, though you may not know what you're going to put in it. You should do it because you want to, poo, because it is a quiet desire that you may be afraid to tell people you want to do. You should do it. You should do it because maybe you feel like you're too old to do it. Maybe you feel like you're too young to do it. Maybe you feel like there's not enough going on in your life. Vlogging is going to make you think about things that you can do to open up and expand yourself. I've seen people vlog who are young. I've seen people vlog who are in their 50s. So if you just so happen to be watching this and you're in your 50s, your 60s, your 70s, there is such a market. Can I just say? There's such a market for your vlogs, because the world likes to paint this picture like life is over once you get up in age. No, you're going to give hope to so many people. That inspires me as a young woman who's going to get older, God willing. So I hope all of these tips helped you guys. I really, really do. I hope that this is the last time you need to hear this, because sometimes we'll hear something and hear it and we'll agree, but we still won't take the step. I hope this is your step video. I hope this is the video where you're like, you know what, okay. And lastly, let me say this: use whatever you have to start vlogging. I started with my phone. I know you've heard that before, but you're still not doing it. So again, let this be the step video where you're like, I'm going to do it. Allow yourself to start where you are, because like I said, as you keep vlogging, you're gonna look back and you're gonna see how far you've grown. You started on your phone, then you started on a camera, then you got tripods, now you got a team. Like let yourself have your journey. That is what I'm doing. I know it's not easy. It's scary. It's vulnerable. It's like, oh my God, what am I doing? I'm putting all this work in. Do people even care? Who am I to do? All of those things, it doesn't matter. If you want to do it, do it. Okay? Love y'all. Thanks for watching my video. Love you. And I will see y'all the next time you see me.